Hey, yo, what's going on, you guys? We got Tucker here with a brand new deck guide for you guys today. We're going to be going over an Agamotto Black Knight list that I was having a lot of success with. We're going to go ahead and break down each card individually, as well as showcase some gameplay. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So Agamotto is the brand new Season Pass card that did release just yesterday that has the 5 cost, 10 power stat line and has 4 different spells that are added into your deck at the beginning of the game. One of them is going to be Temporal Manipulation, which gives your Agamotto +3 power and also draws this card if it is not in your hand or on the board already. This is also really interesting with Black Knight as well. If you do discard your Agamotto and then play your Temporal Manipulation, it does draw him out of your discard pile and into your hand. So keep that in mind if you're going to do any Ghost Rider plays and you're trying to play this before. Just try and actually either get him onto the board if you've discarded him with like the Ebony Blade and stuff too, or if you don't have your discard enablers or your revive enablers, draw him back into your hand while using the spell as well. I'm not sure how it works in the destroy pile, but that is how it works in the discard pile. These spells also are banished, meaning they cannot be used again. The On Reveal does proc twice before they do go back into your banished pile, but you cannot re-summon these spells once they are officially banished. Next, we do have the Winds of Watum, which is going to be a 2 cost. The manipulation is actually 1 cost. It's a 2 cost. This moves a card to the right and afflicts it with -5 power. If your card is already in the farthest right lane, it just gets hit with the -5 power. Next, we do have Bolts of Balthacon, or I think that's how you say it. Totally correct me if I'm wrong. It's a 3 cost. On reveal, next turn you get +4 energy, which is absolutely incredible. This would allow you to play your Blade and a Ghost Rider potentially on turn 4. This also can give you 10 power on turn 6, 9 power turn 5. You guys get the drift. I use this more towards the end of the game if I am using this spell or if I do draw it. Next, we do have Images of Icon or Icon. I don't know how you necessarily say it, which is an on reveal. Transform your other cards here into copies of the highest power one. So if you have your Ebony Blade on a location, you can play this onto your location with the Ebony Blade and potentially some other cards, and they all turn into that Ebony Blade's power. So you could also do that to change your cards into Agamotto. You could use them to turn it into Infinaut, potentially, if you get your Infinaut out early. There's a couple different ways you can kind of mess around with this. This card is absolutely incredible. It's great against anti-clog. A lot of these spells overall are really good against clog, especially if you don't have priority, because then you can't necessarily get clogged because the spells do take up the board space until they reveal and then are banished into your deck. Or not into your deck, into your banished pile. But let's go ahead and jump right into the deck we were playing. And then here is the deck on screen for you guys. This has also been made by Roram and Timmy Tommy. They also helped with some of the substitutions and stuff we have in this deck. I know Roran's stuff is going to be down in the description below. Tommy, if you're watching this video, I really appreciate you. Let me know if you want to have your stuff added as well. But it's kind of a newer take on the Black Knight style list with more card generators opposed to having the tech options you may have seen in previous Black Knights, whether it's with Sarah or with Zabu. But I've had a lot of success with this list. We're going to go ahead and jump why is each card is in this list individually. We're going to jump into break it down each card, and then we're going to jump into some gameplay. So let's go ahead and jump right into the card breakdown. So starting off first and foremost, we are playing Black Knight. Black Knight is a really cool card that whenever a card is discarded and Black Knight is on the board, it turns that discarded card into the Ebony Blade, which cannot be destroyed. It can have its power reduced by Shadow King, but you're not seeing as much Shadow King, I would say, right now as you're probably seeing Shang-Chi. So you have that option there in order to enable you to stay safe and play this onto some of these other riskier locations. And this card also does interact with the Quinjet, which is whenever a card is created or your created cards cost 1 less. It works with your Quinjet here. Quinjet also enables a lot of your other card generators, and it also works with your spells. That's another reason why you have Quinjet in here, to be able to potentially get your spells out earlier. Of course, it does not work on Agamotto himself because he is the card that starts already in your deck. He adds the new cards, so they are created, which is why they interact with the Quinjet here. We do have Blade, which is one of your discard enablers. Of course, this is a targeted discard. It targets the rightmost card in your discard deck. You're using this more often than not when you have Black Knight on the board, but if you do have Infinaut in the furthest right slot, you can go ahead and play your Blade just to get your Infinaut into the discard pile, so you at least have that for some Ghost Rider interaction to start the game. You also can use this with your Agamotto in the sense of your manipulation spell that draws Agamotto, places him at the furthest point in your hand, the rightmost spot. So you can time it to be able to draw Agamotto and blade the Agamotto on the same turn to get some Black Knight value or to have another card in your discard pile. So just keep that in mind. That's one of the other main uses for blade. You also can use it to discard your Hulkling. So those are just some of the main usages you're doing there. Next, we do have Iron Patriot. Iron Patriot's another great card, generation card. You do have a good bit of cards that do have a lot of power or can enable you just to be able to win your Iron Patriot lane. You don't necessarily have to win your Iron Patriot lane. Just being able to have another card generated can help you get out some unknown factors for your opponents. They don't necessarily know what you drew. You also get the value with Victoria Hand and Valentina value also if you don't have your Iron Patriot. But we'll talk more about Victoria Hand in a second. We do have Valentina, which generates a 6-cost card. I know we don't have Luke Cage in this list, and the card does get afflicted with -2 power, but just having another 6-cost card you can potentially discard or play out early is really great, especially in this style list. That surprise factor that I keep talking about is actually really solid, and Valentina does give you a lot of value. And then what I said about Victoria Hand is your created cards get +2 power. Created cards include your Iron Patriot cards, your Valentina cards, your shards, your Ebony Blades. I can get the shards. I always freaking confuse it. But the Ebony Blade also gets +2 power because it is a created card in your hand. Those are some enablers right there. They give you some of that Victoria Hand value as well. Next, we do have Frigga. Those cards also do get Victoria Hand value because they are copied back into your hand because they're, created still. And Frigga is also really good into your Valentina. Into your Iron Patriot to get a potentially another 0-cost card. Also works with your Ebony Blade to get you another blade. So there's a couple of different ways you can do Frigga things, whether it is the Valentina, the Iron Patriot, the Ebony Blade, getting you another Victoria Hand. There's a bunch of different routes you can actually run with this. You also have Lady Sif. Lady Sif is a targeted discard to either discard your Infinaut or to discard your Hulkling, potentially even your Agamotto if your Agamotto's in your hand, because that's the only other 5 or 6 cost card. Or even the Valentina, it could be another 4-cost card for you to discard. There's only one other 4-cost card for you to potentially target. So if you don't have Ghost Rider, you can also use that with your Lady Sif here to get that value for your Black Knight, or just to have a discard for a later Ghost Rider kind of situation, of course. I'm not necessarily always playing Lady Sif the way I would play a Blade. It really kind of depends what my board state is like. If I have Black Knight on the board or if I'm setting up an Iron Patriot, getting that extra 5 power on the board can be pretty helpful to win Iron Patriot lanes. But especially this is really useful if you do have Black Knight on the board to be able to get those bigger 6-cost cards becoming an Ebony Blade, so you can have that power to play on turn 4. And of course, Ghost Rider does revive cards that have been discarded, so you're using this more often than not late into the game. I would not use this on curve necessarily. There is a lot of Shang-Chi running amok right now, so if you play this on curve, there's a high likelihood that your cards do get hit by Shang-Chi. Whereas if you play it towards the end of the game, then your opponent has to either guess a 50-50, or if you don't have priority, you're able to pull it down to a location safely. Next, we do, of course, have Agamotto, which, of course, has all the spells to buff him. You're also using those spells within this deck to be able to get the extra energy, to be able to move cards off to win lanes, to change other cards into the higher-powered cards. It's a very good, just flexible piece I like in this list. And then, of course, you have Hulkling. You have Hulkling in this list to be another just big powered card, as well as Hulkling's ability is really nice. It can give you some surprise factor on your opponents not knowing what Hulkling's going to turn into, or knowing you even have Hulkling in your deck can be a surprise factor. Sometimes you're able to get the Dr. Doom, and it allows you to win lanes you're not able to normally reach. And also could be like just some crazy good power elsewhere. There's also, of course, very bad hits, whether that is going to be like a Giganto or an Infinaut or even a Taskmaster. A Zola's not as bad because Zola can actually be kind of good, but you have a couple bad hits for this card as well. A Destroyer. So just use it kind of sparingly. But I'm getting a more surprise factor with this, the Valentina and the Iron Patriot, which is why this works really well with all the card generation stuff. And then, of course, we do have Infinaut, which is just that big card you play. This is like a snap condition if you have it with your Black Knight into Lady Sif into Infinaut. That's 20 power your opponents are bringing onto the board. And like I said, there's not a lot of Shadow King right now. So Shang-Chi can't do anything because the Ebony Blade can't be destroyed. But I will say, okay, if you do not have Hulkling, I would swap for either another large 6-cost card, potentially a Red Hulk, a Magneto, or even a 3-cost tech card, whether that's a lot of Mobius because you've been seeing a lot of Mr. Negative, whether that's also potentially you can even use a 2-cost like a Gorgon because you're seeing a lot of just card generated cards as well. Use this as a counter slot if you do not have Hulkling potentially, or if you don't want another big card as well. Red Guardian is still incredible. It helps you against a Gorgon as well to be able to shut that down. So of course this kind of just depends on your pocket meta going into whatever you want to play. So just keep that in mind. Prospectively, a big 6-drop or a tech 3-cost card, could even try like a Juggernaut as well. You don't have to have Hulkling. You don't have to have Frigga. You're using Agamotto to really enable you to do a lot of stuff. He's more of a necessity in this list, but the, of course, most necessity or most needed card is going to be Black Knight. If you don't have Black Knight, I would just play a different list because you're not be able to get the same value. You could probably play a different like card generation list or just play Hela. But also I wouldn't suggest spending on Black Knight just yet. I would just hold on your resources, especially since the season just started. But let's go ahead and jump into some gameplay we have from stream from yesterday. If you guys do enjoy the video, definitely feel free to catch me live on stream, which that'll be down in the description below. And definitely please leave a like and subscribe if you're new. And I will see you guys at the end of the video. First day. We do get Quinjet, which is nice. Like the Quinjet into Black Knight. 16 cards in our deck right now. A nice 16. Nebula. On Maze. I'm going to go Black Knight into Rock here. Or that into that. That's not what we want there. IP. Valentino. What's up, OG? How are you doing, my friend? Welcome in. Good to see you, homie. This is kind of bad. Kind of bad. They get a rock? Still at work? Oh, no. Wait. 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 We just destroyed Enchantress as well. I float. Of course, let's go. I'm dropping 22 power. I lose to... They need 14 power there. Additional 14. Well, no. 22. They need additional... Or 26. They need more than 26. Hydra Bob Blink. Cool. All right. Mac and Cheeks. Playing, what, Erisham Thanos? Or Erisham Agamotto? They get my Frigga or my Bolts. I got their Ajax. Cool. What's Hulkling? Sasquatch. A really good pull for Hulkling there, actually. Really, really good pull. DeBaxta building. Go to Black Knight. So then it's a 50-50 if I do have the Red Guardian. The Abbey, we got a draw as well. Wow. What a day. What a game. I'm going to go Miss Vicky here. Morph. Hits bolts. Of course it hits a freaking good card for them. They get extra energy. They know I got bolts now. I go Frigga. They have 9 energy on turn 4 with Airshim, bro. This is kind of bad. Kind of bad. They Doom. Oh, that's not fun. Into Frigga. I go Victoria Hand, Blade, Bolts, Wind. How many cards am I playing here? Here. What's up, CP? 1, 2, 3. Should be pretty good. Agamotto. So, I do this. Gosh, this is wild. That. And that? Or is it... Yeah, I think we do that. Watching me and packing up comics? Yo, let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. You love to see it. You love to see it. 400 away from claiming your 3 Series 5 cards? Oh, that's awesome, too. They have another Doom? Yeah, we're just... got so much going on here. The Sasquatch value with Emperor Hulkling. Get turn 1 Agamotto. Turn 1 Agamotto. But I go Black Knight just in case we get Blade here. Because then it's always Temporal into Blade. Hello. Murder World. IP. Ooh, IP is nice. IP is very nice. She-Hulk. See, look. Pandart She-Hulk. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I think they're gonna get Spider here. Luna. Oh. I like that. I'll take the extra energy. I will take the extra energy. Turn 4. Little Agamotto. Coulson. Victoria Hand. Oh, that's some cool value for them. Sasquatch. Valkyrie. Eson. We're getting some Eson things here. Eson. Typhoid Mary, though. Typhoid Mary. What are we doing here? I go this. Is this just this into that? I think. Or is it this 24? I mean, they always get a pull there. So it's always that into that. IP and blink. Cool. Cool. And they get the spider. The spider. No. And not having Luke Cage in your deck? That sounds like pain. Pain. And that was just a cope stay on my end. A huge cope stay. Quicksilver. I'll go Valentina. They go Kate. Valentina, I can get Mockingbird. Okay. Which means Sif hits Hulkling. Or Hulkling or Infinaut. A good 50-50. This is Red Hulk too. We do get the Infinaut. The Winds of Watumi. Okay. Basic arrow. Ebony Blade comes down here on the left. Is that Wiccan? It is Wiccan. And then I go Mockingbird, Victoria Hand. Eson, Acid Arrow. They get bolts there, so they have a lot of energy, but they only have 2 cards. They have 3 cards now. They have 3 cards. This is Red Hulk. I think I play this right. Yeah, there we go. Really, really nice. We got Aeon here. Homie Aeon. What's Aeon playing? Is Aeon playing Darkhawk? Be honest. Be honest with me, Aeon. Hella? Hella. Uh-oh. Gorgon. He is playing Darkhawk. He is playing Darkhawk. We're going to move that over. There's the Red Guardian. Yeah. No, thank you, bro. No, thank you. This is bad. Enchantress Frigga, Bolts, Ghost Rider, or Imperial Hulkling. I think this is pretty bad. Enchantress Korg. There we go. Hmm. Imperial Hulkling is 12. They have my Imperial Hulkling for Enchantress. Is there a world where I do that instead? Have a little fun. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. We don't need Fastos in this, actually. Actually, do not need the Fastos. Philip hates that the spells disappear. Hates it. Hates it. What are we doing? No downside to them at all? Well, they cost energy. That's the downside is they cost energy, Philip. That's the downside. What are we playing? What are you playing, Skyzoro? What are you playing? You're playing Wiccan. You're playing Wiccan. Alive is pretty cool. Alliath is pretty cool. How's Eson? Well, I honestly have not played a lot of Eson. I will be honest with you, Sarah. I get Moonstone. Moonstone. Hulkling is Taskmaster. Excuse me. Excuse me. Moonstone. It's what, turn 5? Is this just wins this? Or actually, hold on. Is that just this into that and Frigga? And then maybe that? Yeah, this seems pretty crazy. Thank you. And I have freaking Bolt. They also have Bolt. Into Adam Warlock Sage. This is crazy. What is this, by the way? This is Task. This is... This... that. Well, if they play Iron Man here or Gore here... Is it ever... Where do they play Gore? They play Gore here. If it's this, that... Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, that's gross. Oh, that's gross. Wow. The Eliath Friggo value, like we had the God Hand. What do we got here? Valentina wins Sanctum. Valentina value or Mockingbird Imperial Hulkling? Bro, we needed that to be Doom. Or actually, no, Valentina always saves us here, bro. Yondu hit a spell? Bro, why does it doesn't tell me what spell Yondu hit. Or no, it does. It doesn't show up in my Banished tab with Yondu yet. But we do know that Yondu hit a spell. Okay. Good to know. Tribunal or Zola or Doom? Okay, so... Did get the Doom? Baron Zemo. They get my Black Knight. I do that. That's Misery. Yeah. We do that into that, and then this is Mockingbird, right? A Killmonger. The Cable. And then it's this, that, and that. If they play Death and a Demon, it's 18. 18, they got a 29. I'm at 30. I lose to Null. All right, Guardian. To Misery. Wait. They know that kills them, right? Wait, what? Wait, what? craziness. I am seeing a lot more Mobius, though. A lot more Mobi. Oh, that's going to be pretty good for them. That's pretty good. And we get Valentina. Oh, this is wild. Actually, hold on. I'll lose some Mobius, but this is pretty good. They got a lot of energy here. A lot of energy. Yeah, 110 Magneto seems pretty good. It seems pretty decent. I mean, they're about a 20 energy, right? 24 energy, actually. 24 energy. Could be a big sunspot. A big ol' sunspot, you might say. Eson, wow. Oh, this is going to be interesting, huh? This is going to be interesting. I think it's this. Yeah, that turns wild. So they're going to get another 6 drop here, right? They Sasquatch. Okay, so they are going to be clogged. Let's math this out. Hold on. If I do this, do that, and then, is it this? Is it this into... No, it's that into this and that. And that should be the play. Oh, no, I messed up. Oh, but I didn't never punish, though. I don't think. Never punished. Never punished. Oh gosh, that was actually the wrong play, right? That was cool though. That was cool. A lot of Esons. A lot of Esons there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys stuck around to the very end, let me know down below. Is Agamotto, I know it's only been one day, living up to your expectations, or is he kind of living low? How are you guys feeling about the card so far? You know, season pass cards are kind of just crazy when they start the season, or they're kind of meh. But let me know down below. Until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely hit that like, that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Tucker out.